like, jeez Louise.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. If you'll notice, I have to get started to get Scott stopped. That's kind of weird. I'm not stopped, I'm merely paused.
Pause.
We know this. We'll call this to order. Unfinished business or correspondence, Karen? Okay. So at this time, I'm going to introduce Kara Kennemuth. She's going to go ahead and do some chatting here about the Women of the Well. So,
Okay.
Go over here.
We're both gonna talk.
Absolutely.
Hello, hi. My name is Kara Kennemuth, and I am the Executive Director of Women at the Well. And I am Carrie Burkett, and I am Assistant Director of Women at the Well Ministries. So at Women at the Well, we exist to offer hope, healing, love, and encouragement and freedom in Jesus Christ to women across Pennsylvania and anywhere else for that matter, who are battling addiction and life-controlling issues. We offer a year-long residential recovery program where our staff mentor these precious souls and instruct them in the truths of Scripture. As mentors, we are committed to each woman who stepped through our doors. We seek to help and bring stability into their lives and help them understand the importance of valuable life skills, serving the community, and helping them obtain the necessary educational and vocational training they need to acquire employment in their own address after graduating from our program. We employ a relational approach in which we walk beside them, seeking to help them address the wreckage of their broken lives and to help them build new foundations based on the Word of God, which is a powerful and effective agent of change that can turn the tide against years of destructive thinking.
So according to the CDC website, there was an estimated 100,306 drug overdose deaths in the U.S. during the 12-month period ending in April 2021. And that's pretty staggering. Substance abuse also imposes staggering costs on individuals, families, businesses, and schools. In fact, $740 billion a year and growing, according to the data reported in the National Institute on Drug Abuse. So as these statistics show, drug abuse in our country and in our Commonwealth is staggering. And Women at the Well Ministries of Pennsylvania wants to help our communities in Jefferson County. While there are many addiction recovery programs, 84% of scientific studies show that faith is a positive factor in addiction prevention and recovery, and that the value of faith-oriented approaches to substance abuse prevention and recovery is indisputable. We realize that our approach is not for everyone, but our approach is based on the confidence that we serve a mighty God who loves people made in his image who are presently in the chains of addiction. And because of his great love, we know that he has commissioned us to continue the mission of Jesus, to bring good news to the poor, to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, to comfort all who mourn. We want them to leave our program transformed, and we rejoice in seeing them experience victories as strongholds are demolished.
We want to thank you for the privilege of being here today and hope that we can all take away the importance of utilizing faith-based recovery homes.
And the other part was that about us engaging in missions.
Yes. So, okay, yes, this is important. Although we joyfully engage in this mission, one of the most challenging aspects of faith-based ministry is that we have to focus so much of our time, energy, and attention on fundraising. We are looking to churches, community organizations, and businesses, as well as individual people in our area for the funds necessary to keep our doors open. So going off script just a little bit. We are a nonprofit organization, faith-based, and so all of our money to run our program comes from donations. And so we don't have any ties, we can do what we feel is necessary without being tied to any, government money.
We can't get any grants. We don't get any kind of money federally. And one of those reasons is because the way that our program is set up is that we don't have medically assisted medicine. We don't do Suboxone, we don't do methadone, we don't do medical marijuana. And I know there's a lot of facilities that do utilize that, and that's okay. You know, we're not here to say one's better than the other, but for us, we have this approach because the statistics and the data show how successful it is without those things. And so for the woman who wants to be like, I'm done, I don't want anything, I just wanna focus in on my faith, my recovery, I wanna learn life skills, I wanna learn parenting skills, we do, just so you know, we do everything. We take them to doctor's appointments. Our girl we have now has glasses for the first time in 6 years. And she has a major astigmatism that the eye doctor was like, I can't even believe she could see all these years. So we are helping them, and they're going to get their GEDs. We're going to find out what they're passionate about and help them get those certifications so that when they get out and they have to go to the same family, friends, and neighborhoods, and that's why most of them fail, they are going to have the skills necessary to have victory over the stronghold that they've had for most of them for 20, 30 or more years. So
Right. And like, you know, just a personal story, the girl that we have now, we had taken her camping with our family because a lot of it is one-on-one mentoring, you know, just being that parent or that wife that she has never seen. I mean, a lot of these women have started addiction young, 10, 11, 12, introduced by parents, you know, siblings. And so it's just been a lifelong, you know, thing for them that they've never seen any healthy relationships. And so, you know, she had said like last 4th of July, she was with all of her friends partying and being used for what she could provide as far as, you know, with her drugs. And she said, you know, I remember last 4th of July just praying that God would send me someone who would love me, for just who I am, not what I could do for them. And she's in that environment now. And so it's huge, you know, what we're able to do. But
so we're counting on you guys to help us spread the word because we want to educate. A lot of people know what women, they're like, oh yeah, I've heard that Women at the Well Ministries in Corsica, Pennsylvania, but I think they help women or something. That's not all they know, you know. So we are open and we are ready to help and these women overcome these life controlling issues, these addictions, and we're asking for you guys to help us spread the word.
right. And that's what we need is a community around us. Because like Janice, I mean, she saw her within Janice Dunkel, you know, as a community member, saw her, taught her the classes, you know, just as to love on her. So anyway, I'll finish by saying, we want to thank you for the privilege of being here today, and we hope that we can all take away the importance of utilizing faith-based recovery homes as we walk beside those struggling with addictions. May all of us who work tirelessly to provide help and healing to these men and women in addiction remember the words of C.S. Lewis. You can't go back and change the beginning. You can start where you are and change the ending. So.
Can I be recognized also? Okay, I'm Jeff Burkett and I'm always off script, okay, as many people in this room know. I'm not here as the district attorney today, though. I'm the president of the board. Well, I'm not a woman, but I'm the president of that board. And I'm here because, you know, contrary to the rumor that I just enjoy putting people in prison, I really see a system that does not have the answers. I work within a system that I see does not have the answers. I was at a DA conference 2 weeks ago, and we have crises all over the place in our nation right now. We have a mental health crisis. We have an opioid crisis. We have many, many crises, and the world does not have the answers to those problems. Believe me, I see it. And I believe that the church does. And so I'm calling out to the church because this is an extension of the church. Women at the Well is a Christian ministry, and the church was not called to just go every Sunday, listen to a nice sermon, and then go out to Eaton Park and have dinner, and then we'll see you next Sunday. Okay, the church is called to step into the mess of this world and to actually do something about the pain and suffering that they're seeing all around it. And so that's why I'm here. And I'm here because I believe in redemption. Okay, I now have a whole number of friends that were people that I put into prison. Okay, I mean, I have people who I call friends. We have gone on vacation. We have done prison ministry in the state of Florida with people that I was putting in prison, okay? But I've seen them turn their life around because of faith in Jesus Christ. I'm a believer, and I believe that this is not a criminal justice issue, okay? We cannot arrest ourselves out of these problems. We cannot do that. The entire community, the entire society needs to get involved, and I think that starts with the church. So if anyone hearing this message today can support Women at the Well. We believe we're an important part of that mission. So, thank you.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you. Thank
So-
you.
Questions, anything we wanna?
So Women at the Well, is it only for women's support or men and women?
Women.
Just women,
Just
okay,
we house 6 women.
okay.
We are on Main Street in Corsica. We have a brick house. There's a little sign outside of our home, and we can house 6 women
Okay.
at a time for 1 year.
But we would love to expand. some.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, we'd love to expand that someday, but for right now,
Yeah,
That's why
the
we-
founder had a vision for this. She had worked at Women at the Well in Tennessee, which I believe is the only other one that
it's like
exists.
a sister.
And she brought the concept to Pennsylvania when she moved here. So it was a ministry base for.
But if you have a man that you know that needs that, you can reach out to me and I can steer you in the right direction because there are facilities for that as
Well,
well.
addiction has touched us all. I mean, I think everyone in this room can say, you either have a family member, a neighbor, a friend, or a friend's child or something that has been affected by drug abuse or addiction. And so it's so important for us to rally together and try to help these people because they're human beings. A lot of times people look at addicts like, oh, look at them. What did they do? Or, you know, they deserve it or whatever. And they have just a terrible, it's just a stereotypical, label on them. And, they're just people that have been dealt a bad hand mostly. I
Or
mean,
made a poor choice
Yes.
or two, like we all have.
and
you know,
most
by the
people,
grace of God, there.
most people don't get there by it. Nobody wakes up one day and says, you know what, today I'm gonna be an addict. This is gonna be great. You know what I mean? Nobody wakes up with that.
How do you make a donation? Where or how does that work?
Okay, so you can go on our website and there's a link right there, Women at the Well Ministries of PA. And you can donate through our website. We take check, you can call us.
The link isn't working. You'll have to know it.
What about the Facebook page? Can you
Oh,
link
yeah.
to it?
Or the Facebook page. Yes, go on there.
Yeah, and that gives you the address.
Yes.
So we just started in May, just so you know.
No.
So, I mean, it's been around for a long time, but the transition of leadership has just happened in May. So that's why we're a work in progress. So
Do you take other kinds of donations?
Absolutely. Yes.
What kinds of things do
Oh,
you?
so we take, like, last week on the Facebook page, I put out that we needed toilet paper, paper towels, cleaning products, laundry detergent. And so every so often, when a need arises, I will post that. We do accept women's clothing as donations, because a lot of times the women come out with literally the clothes on their back that they went to jail in.
if you know of anybody that paints, we have a brick house, but there's trim. And so we need some paint, somebody to.
So yeah, there's
I'm really
always
looking for
something
that, if you know of anybody.
that, needs done.
Oh, does he? Maybe Commissioner Fullers and I can have a chat. We'll take your
Thanks,
photos.
Scott. Look at his face.
So like right now, like our youth group from our church is currently at the house yesterday and today, painting all the bedrooms, doing the bedding, so things like that, always welcome volunteers for the women, to take them on an outing, to take them to
Drivers.
dinner. So yeah, there's always a need if anyone
I mean,
would feel so left.
really though, the strength of this program is just showing, I mean, none of us are normal, right?
Right.
Okay, but a somewhat normal life. So just taking them, to the movies or taking them shopping or, anything like that,
Love.
just loving on them.
Just letting them know
That's
someone
what it is.
cares.
It's relationship. So it's just, it's not rocket science. It really isn't, so.
Thank you.
Hey, Larry, would you do them a favor? Take their pictures so that you have, because they're gonna wanna leave,
Oh, okay.
okay? So you can get that done.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for
Thanks.
sharing.
Picture?
Are the commissioners gonna be in the picture?
Stay behind.
You can stand behind. You can sit.
So,
You can sit.
No.
Stand behind.
I've seen this, you have to bite.
We gotta scoot in.
Okay, wait.
See those. Oh, it's going great. We go. I'm smiling. I'll check with your wife and see if it works. All right.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
You too, very nice, thank you.
Do you need more volunteers? How can people come involved with this?
Yes.
would like to do that.
I'll tell you, our biggest source of communication at this point is Facebook on the messenger. If you message, we will get back and
Anyway,
right away.
there's just a volunteer form they have to fill out.
So if I know somebody that needs to be in the program, how do I do that?
You can call our number, I'll give you the number, it's 814-379-9993.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
thanks.
Thank you.
One last thing I think is that a person's judgment of a drug addict would really, really decrease if they knew the background.
Oh my gosh.
Let me tell you what, stories of brokenness, child abuse,
Trafficking,
trafficking.
mom and dad trafficking.
And believe me, addiction, it hits all sectors of society. I mean, we see them come from great homes, great families, you know,
Yes.
but it is no respecter of persons. So anyway, thank you. Thanks for
Thank
giving
you.
us the night.
Thank you.
See you. Okay, this time I will be looking for a motion to approve the minutes of the meeting dated June 28, 2022. Call for vote. Yes. Looking for a motion to approve the invoices in the amount of $1,017,309.98 for the period July 30th through July 21st, 2022.
Now.
K-A-R.
Second. Thank you. Call for vote.
Mr. Bullers.
Yes.
Yes.
Looking for a motion to make the actual gross payroll in the amount of $272,656.89 be approved for payment for the period July 3rd through July 16th, 2022.
Excuse me, Becky.
And,
Thank you. Call for vote.
Mr. Bullers.
Yes.
Mr. North.
yes.
K-E-N-N-E.
Um,
I'm gonna write.
So we are looking for a motion to approve the grant request from the Jefferson County Historical Society as recommended by the Huntsville Tax Committee for marketing purposes for the 4th annual Family Bicycle.
Thank you.
Day
Oh,
sponsored
thanks
by
so
the
much.
Historical
Appreciate
Society.
it. Have a good day.
Jamie's gonna.
I have them.
Scott. Okay, Jamie, if you'll go ahead and,
Sure, the amount was, approved at the last Huntsville Tax Committee, was $898.27. And it's a bicycle run that is, actually growing, people from out of the area to come in and do a bicycle day, make a family day. So they recommended that it was, a good marketing for them. And that they met all the requirements for the guidelines.
thank you. Call for a vote on it, please.
Mr. Bullard.
Yes.
Mr. North.
Yes.
Mr. Pacific.
Under announcements, Commissioners meeting August 9th, 2022, 10:30 here at Jefferson Place. And Jamie, I'm just gonna go ahead and let you make your.
Sure. Okay. So last Thursday, Love's Travel Center opened. A soft opening, and I happened to go up and it was very, very busy. And it's a very lovely site. And we are working with them, JCDC, to have a ribbon cutting and grand opening. And we'd like everybody to come. It's August the 5th at 10 a.m. and have some presentations, some speaking, and working with Love to see what they're going to do possibly. But please put it on your calendar, Larry. Please put it in the paper and come. And I'll give you a flyer for this. But yeah, it's a really big deal.
Thank you.
It's a really, it's a great win for Jefferson County. So, you know, 9 Stars worked with them for a long time, and I know the commissioners, this has been a project for a very long time that we worked to bring something. So it's worth the site and the visit. So if it all done, that'd be great.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jamie. Okay, Ben, I'm gonna let you roll next year with these announcements, surveys.
Okay, yeah, I have several survey announcements that the county will be conducting here in the next several weeks. The first one is in the borough of Big Run, Union Street, from Church Street, Pennsylvania Avenue, street improvement project. Jefferson County, on behalf of the borough of Big Run, will be conducting a survey of residents living in the Union Street, Church Street, Pennsylvania Avenue area of the borough of Big Run. The survey is being conducted to obtain information to determine if the borough will be eligible to apply for grant funds to undertake a street improvement project in this section of the borough. All information received from the survey will be kept strictly confidential. Any questions should be directed to the Jefferson County Department of Development at 814-849-3047. The second survey announcement is in the borough of Corsica from Maple Street, Pine Street Waterline Replacement Project. Jefferson County, on behalf of the borough of Corsica and the Brookville Municipal Authority, will be conducting a survey of residents living in Maple Street and Pine Street, between Water Street and Maple Street area of the borough of Corsica. The survey is being conducted to obtain information to determine if the borough will be eligible to apply for grant funds to undertake a water line replacement project in this section of the borough. All information received from the survey will be kept strictly confidential. Any questions should be directed to the Jefferson County Department of Development at 814-849-3047. And the last one is in Eldred Township, Pennsylvania 36, PA36 Waterline Extension Project. Jefferson County, on behalf of Eldred Township and the Eldred Township Municipal Authority, will be conducting a survey of residents living in the Pennsylvania PA36 area in Eldred Township. The survey is being conducted to obtain information to determine if the township will be eligible to apply for grant funds to undertake a water line extension project in this section of the township. All information received from the survey will be kept strictly confidential. Any questions should be directed to the Jefferson County Department of Development at 814-849-3047.
Thank you, Ben. Any questions for Ben while he's warmed up with his voice? None for now. Okay, Donna, if you would, please.
Yeah, we just had a few things I wanted to report to you today. We held a household hazardous waste, electronics, and television collection on May 7th. And I just wanted to give you kind of a roundabout on the numbers. We collected a total of almost a little over 21,800 pounds. Of that, almost 9,000 were TVs, which is not hard to believe. Electronics was about 4,000. And computers were about 1,200, and then we still get a lot of paint, which is 1,500 pounds. And the thing about paint is latex paint is not hazardous. And I try to tell people, if you could just dry it out, turn it into like a paste, you can still put it in your trash. But people, I don't think they really want to mess with it. Oil-based paint, however, stains, varnishes, those are all hazardous. So those are really what you want to bring to a collection. Because as you know, we don't have the funding to pay for this entire collection outright, and there's not grant funding available for 100% either. So I try telling people, if you want to save some money, just dry your paint out at home. But, and we do have, I mean, I have flyers on it to help people figure out how to do it. But you mix it with cat litter, you mix it with sawdust, you open up the can, if there's only a little bit in it, it's going to dry out if you put it in out on a sunny day. So, but we do try to get that across, because let's keep it out, keep it out of keep it out of your garbage wet. But so then our next collection though is August 27th. I gave you a flyer. This is our second collection for the year, so the prices remain the same. The registration is now open with that nobleenviro.com. So people do need to register ahead of time. And then, if anybody ever has any questions, Larry, to tell them to contact our office anytime. So also recently, if you've been into any to the some of the drop-off sites, we are slowly changing the look on the glass recycling containers. We have the large roll-off containers and then those blue containers. Well, the roll-off containers are used for the glass, and every year or every winter, you have to lift those heavy doors when the snow got on top of them. So what we've done is we've converted them to more of a chute style. I don't know if you can see the picture. They're more of a chute style now, so you do not have to open up a lid. And I find it a lot more convenient than opening up a lid and then trying to put your glass bottles in jars. The other reason we had to make the change too is we were getting a lot of window glass in the clear glass, and that's a big no-no. So what we did is we shrunk the opening, put a bar in the middle, make it really difficult, hopefully make them think twice before trying to recycle window glass. And the glass is strictly just bottles and jars only. I mean, it's not rocket science. It's very simple. If it's not a bottle or a jar, it does not belong in the recycling container. And the importance of that now is even more important because the Solid Waste Authority has partnered with Owens, Illinois. We are marketing all of our glass from Jefferson County to Owensville and Broadway. It is getting used right here in Jefferson County with a local manufacturer, which is great. Because it was being sent to Port Allegheny, and you don't know where it was going after that, when it was being collected by, the hauler that we subcontracted with. And the other better part about this is because we're marketing with Owens, Illinois, they are now, they have a Glass for Good program, is what it is. It's glass and then the number 4 and then good. You can look it up online. But they're gonna make a donation to the area United Way based on the tonnage that's collected out of the Jefferson County drop off recycling. So they will help benefit, good causes here in Jefferson County. And then, I don't know, something like that would work for the women at the well or not. I don't know if they're eligible to go after United Way funding like that. And then the other good thing about the glass program, we are now recycling glass at all 13 sites, and the newest addition was at Sykesville. So if you have any questions, you know where I am. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Donna. Okay, at this time, we'll open the floor to public comments. Tracy, Chris,
You want to throw it out there, Larry, this next Monday is the first round unsold of the antrobus doe licenses. The treasurer's office recommends you have your applications in the mail this Friday, so that we'll have them Monday morning ready to go.
And people come and get him here.
Yeah, they can get online and print them off, we can get them to them, whatever, we can email them applications, we can, they can pick up, envelopes at any place that sells hunting licenses. I should say, should be able to pick up. Some of the box stores don't. So.
Yeah, don't have those. So if they mail them in Friday, that's the preferred way.
For the first round unsold, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and the 2H and 2G are the only two units that have been sold out, which Jefferson County does have a little point of 2H up by Brockway, but 2D, 2E, and 2F are the mains in Jefferson County. And there are still quite a few.
thank you. Anybody else? So we'll close public comments and we'll open up to Larry.
Comments on the fair, how it went. You guys were there a lot, so.
Well, so we was there some, Moon was there every night. I mean, what we seen, it seemed really good. They was pretty thrilled with the way it went. Moon, you can talk maybe the first few days how,
I mean, it wasn't as busy as everybody's COVID year, when everybody had all the money, extra money, from the government, whatever, but it was still very busy. I was told Friday night, the rodeo, the gate was around 3,700 people through the gate, not counting the folks inside. I mean, Saturday night was very busy. It seemed to be a very good event this year. I mean, it was still very, very well attended. They did a lot of improvements out there, fixing up, the singer on Wednesday night, Cole Ford. They seem to have a very good reception to that. I talked to Tony and she said they're looking to have another group next year. They're really planning to have another singing type, performer next year. So.
I know one time I was there, the cars were parked all the way to the road already, so.
I can also add that the 4-H sale was very well attended too, so.
Okay, let's answer their questions already.
well, if this is, no other questions, we'll look for a motion to adjourn. Thank you. Call for a vote, please. Yes. Yes.
So I was outside, it was a bit cheaper.
I think they had a good year.
Yeah, well, paid pretty well.
Oh, that was, okay.
You guys. I would just Barb picked the other night.